So many years ago, the Vanguard had a retreat. And the last part of that weekend, the Vanguard were at the farm. So the minister speaking to the Vanguard, we're not allowed, of course, this is the Vanguard class, the minister speaking to them at the farm outside underneath this big tent. So when all of the sisters leave, it gets dark. Myself and other people are at the farm, we cleaning up, putting things up and everything, breaking down equipment. All of a sudden, I feel something. Something tells me, look to the left in the sky. I look to the left in the sky, and these two red balls of light coming up over the trees like this. And they just sit there. And I said, well, are those the baby planes? Then some more came up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I said, Allahu Akbar, them the baby planes, look. Then they was like, they just start coming up like fireworks. And I was like, oh Allah, I got to tell the minister. I called the minister house. I said, tell the minister, come outside, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. The baby plane said, hurry up, hurry up. It's like they started coming up like fireworks all over the sky from behind the trees across the street from the farm. So the minister and Mother Khadijah come outside on a golf cart. They go to the side of the fence that I'm standing at, and the minister's granddaughters, everybody is outside, right? We outside, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. The baby planes shooting up from behind the tree line, red balls of light. They stop in the sky. I'm going to draw out the formation that they made, pardon me, because I can't describe it. I have to show you all. So they stopped in the sky and made this big formation in the sky, and everyone got quiet. And when everyone got quiet, we were looking at one another like, what are they doing? What are they trying to say? Something told me to look at the minister's face, and the minister looked at them with a serious face and nodded at them, and then they broke up and started moving again. And so I said, oh, they talking to each other. They were talking to each other. Whatever they told him, the minister understood, and he nodded. Whatever they said to him, but this is the formation that they made, if you all can see. This is the tree line down here across the street from the farm. They all made red circles in the sky, and they made this big circle in the middle with one on each side in that top. Now we're not the only ones to see this. The Caucasian neighbors across the street came out because we was making so much noise talking about Allahu Akbar. They came out of their house, and I heard the Caucasian mom say, what are those red lights in the sky? What are those red lights? So they saw them as well. So this is the formation that they made. I never really talk about this too much, but I asked the imam, what did this mean? And he said it looks like one of the Arabic letters or something, but he was trying to figure it out. But I don't know what this symbol mean. I looked online and I couldn't really, I seen a couple of crop circles that look similar, but this is different. And when I tell you it lit up the whole sky, this thing was not a small formation. It was huge. You couldn't miss it. You couldn't miss it. And I mean, they made that formation, then they broke around and left, and they were gone, right? So we were standing there outside waiting for them to come back. They never came back. So we think, okay, they're gone for good for tonight. So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he was talking to his family members in the house about the wheels. And then they showed up. And a lot of his granddaughters, they broke down outside crying on their hands and knees saying, we believe, we believe, we believe. It's like whatever they were showing everyone, like we are real. And the most honorable Elijah Muhammad is still physically alive. Like all of that, your faith was being upgraded at that moment. And so 15 minutes later, the same wheels that left, they came back. So I'm looking outside at the tree line. They coming up from behind this one tree line across the street from the farm. So I called the minister again. I said, they outside again. The minister and Mother Khadijah and everybody came outside. They didn't make that formation again, but what they did, the minister told us to be quiet. He said, think and ask them what it is that you want. And I just started praying for all of the believers, the families of the believers, everything like that. That's all I wanted is, for all of us and everyone to be taken care of by Allah. And then the minister said, ask them to come closer. And we started saying, please come closer, please come closer. 2 red baby plane lights came up over the trees and stopped. And they actually came closer. They got bigger and came a little closer, and then they just disappeared. And then that was the end of that experience.